He's taking away my notes. What am I supposed to do? Thank you for doing this.
You're welcome. Thank you for
Appreciate it
coming.
so much in your beautiful restaurant here in the Design District.
Thank you so much. I mean, we're so happy you're here.
I see you've joined the Attitude. That's for up and coming, not up and coming, but for prominent people to promote Latinos in the U.S. Can you talk a little bit about that?
You know, last year I was lucky enough to be to give me hold an award, and I learned the energy that I felt on the place was the energy of being a celebration. Because realistically, they go with facts about Latinos and the contribution they've done to this country.
Yes.
And it's very much a celebration about the American dream. A lot of things they say, that Latinos don't do a lot of contribution, that we don't appreciate, that live. And something, that's what I love. Instead of being negative, I think Latitude is very positive. It's recognizing, bringing a message to recognize this beautiful country that we live, that we have all the opportunities. And I feel this will be incredible about bringing hope to a new kids that like the Italians and the Jewish community that they've done so much for this country, but they feel part of the country. I think what happened nowadays with Latitude and some other things, you start to feel that thing that that we feel that we belong here, that we cry when something happens, we celebrate when something good happens, and I felt that. So the meeting with the Gary,
You show that. You tell that, and you show
but meeting with Gary and especially with Sol Trujillo, they didn't have to do this, and they're doing this because they feel it's a great message. I love when they invite me to be co-owner with them, because I told Sol, I said, Sol, I want to bring music to this. At night we should make a big celebration.
Language,
absolutely.
Right?
We need to recognize two minority, African Americans. People, people that I think that on their minority they stands. You want to get good message about that you can do it. Not necessarily have to be Latino people, but I think something. I think, like I always say, bringing people together. That's always been a message that I always bring. That because it's a great feeling. I think we need more of that. Instead of being negative, we need a lot more positive things and recognizing. And I think it's
thoughts
great.
are very powerful.
Absolutely. Even my career, everything told me I was doing. Say that music will never work. The name will never work. Miami Sound Machine. A girl singing in front of the band, they will never work.
Did you like proving them wrong all the time?
Something, I didn't lose time on that. I said, instead of losing time, let me do what I think is what makes me happy, and time will tell. And something, even when I was a kid, I went to my teacher and said, I want to learn music. And he told me, you're too old to learn music. You should have done that when you was maybe 7, 8, 10 years, because now it's too late. 16 years old is a lot, I said, I love music. I've been nominated 42 times for Grammys. I won 19 Grammys. I had a lot of number ones, thanks God.
But did you start on the accordion?
In the accordion for tips.
Was that your first instrument?
That was my first instrument.
That's a strange first instrument, a little bit. I think maybe guitar.
No, because I was in Cuba, and a friend of mine, my neighbor, used to have one. I learned with him to play the accordion.
The accordion is hard.
Very hard, because you have to execute in one hand, the bass in the other hand. You have to, get the air. And then, something, I remember that when we came from Cuba, it was almost 13 kids with my aunt. And the only thing that makes me happy, because I was separated from my mom, and, my mom and my brother and the rest of my family, my dad was with me here, is when I was playing music. And I think, that's always, I tell a message to everybody, always do what makes you happy.
Yes.
Because if you like to clean shoes and you're happy doing that, totally right. You want to be an astronaut, that you want to do it, you want to be happy. I think people need to find that. Don't let anybody change your destiny, telling that you cannot do it, because you'll be surprised how people is very negative. I think most of the employees been with me spend over 40 years, including my house staff, 30 years, 40 years. I always say thank you. I always like to, inspire them. And when something's good, I say, oh my God, this service was so good. Recognizing people thing, it's not a shame. It's a beautiful thing that people should do that more. And I think especially with the immigrants, because we bring with a lot of hope. A lot of us came not looking for fortune. We came because of freedom, especially the Cuban American community. One of the things that I felt proud is when I came being a kid. I felt that the Cuban immigration that came from Cuba at the beginning, very wealthy people, leaving Cuba because of freedom, they didn't have a shame to do anything. To be rich and overnight, only 90 miles away, you was no work, different language, different things.
Another world.
And you know something, they was not a change. They was care. You know what they care? To make some money, to pay the rent, pay the taxes, and be sure that send their kids to school. And I think, you know, something was a great role model for me to learn from them. I'm very proud of them, French generation, that because it was first very large in Miami especially, was the Cuban community. Then we got a lot more from different places. What I feel is I'm surrounded by a lot of Jewish people, of course, here in Miami, Italians, even my grandson, mother is Italian. It's a beautiful thing to not specify, you know, we're all humans and we all, you know, have different culture, different tastes of food. But a lot of people go to the world for this country, a lot of people pay taxes, a lot of people employ a lot of people. And I think that's me and Gloria, as an immigrant, we always saw that the giving back was a beautiful thing, and we've done that. We always say, whatever we make, we have to give back to the Miami project. So many.
Everything, I was going to say, when you have choices of so many things
Yes.
to do, it seems everything you do is giving back to the community and including family.
Absolutely.
And music and all of it.
And you know, in a way, I always said that
I mean, that's from the very beginning.
All the way.
You were doing that, the very first things, into all these other things.
all the things. But you know something, always when you have, I mean, I've been lucky enough to have a good, really nice career. But to me, what I always really want to be remembered to do is to inspire a new generation. When I say Spanish, it doesn't need to be Latinos. They have to be minority, African American people, you know, from other countries, you know, and people that have limitations. Not everybody's can afford to go to school. Not everybody can be able to do. But so I think sometimes when you support people and tell you can do it, I think it's a word to me that I always work. I say, you can do it. Somebody else did it, you can do it.
I did it.
Hey, yeah, you can do it. I mean, I had all my limitations, even writing the way, I don't write perfect
And
Spanish.
it's not luck.
It's not luck, no.
You know, it is hard work with opportunity.
Yes.
Right.
And Lari too, and I'm going to tell you, the amount of the energy on the place. I think this year they're going to break all the records. Last year was sold out. Now having concerts and bringing a lot more at night to celebrate, like, you know, at daytime we're going to give a lot of CFOs, chairmen of company. You know, it's impressive to see the amount of key players in the industry, all the industry. They are from the Latino descent.
Yep.
Puerto Rican, Cuban, Venezuelan, Mexican. Mexican plays definitely a big role because, you know, it was based with a lot of first immigration that came to the United States was the Mexican community. So it's a beautiful thing. And, you know, at night everybody celebrate. It's not, it's where you're from. It's, you know, something, thank you what you're doing. And it was great. Me getting involved, it's going to be work, but it's going to be fun. I think when you do things that you make a contribution, it should be definitely fun, and I think we're going to have a great time, and this year will be great.
I mean, with the producing you're doing now, right? You're working with the Whalers, right? This reggae, and you're working with some Brazilian rhythms, it says.
Yes, I'm working.
Record.
Gloria's album was done in Brazil. We were all the very famous musicians in Brazil. I just did a song for Andrea Bocelli. I'm doing George Grossman.
I've been down there for Carnival. It's
Oh my
crazy.
God, that's a fun place. And
Pretty crazy.
I'm doing Ali Brooks. It's a new girl, you know, Mexican descent, the bilingual. She was a Fifth Harmony with Camila Cabello, and she just was in Dancing with the Stars. So I'm doing a diversity of music. I'm doing Johnny Ventura from the Dominican Republic. He's 80 years old, and he sings incredible.
Wow.
And, you know, it's fun. I mean, what I like about, you know, not having, going to school for classical music or pop music, my thing, I can do any kind of music because that's the way I feel. But I'm going to tell you what, to me, I think music saved my life. It was a moment in my life when I was separated from my mom. You know, I used to look to the ceiling and say, I don't know how I'll be able to bring her. And I don't know how I'm going to make the money. And I said, I'm going to buy an accordion. I told my aunt, I said, I'm buying an accordion, 177. I said, how are we going to pay for that? I said, I already applied in an Italian place.
Yeah.
I mean, for tips. And sometimes the minute I get $5 or $10, I used to go buy the sandwich because if I don't get a tip, I didn't have a chance to eat.
Oh, no.
But you know something? I still have the accordion.
You still have that same one?
Absolutely. And you know something? I learned that people should be more positive. I think sometimes it's easy to criticize or to put somebody down. And
People are very down these days.
Yes.
And it doesn't move things forward.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, something, we need to be sure that we get more people being positive and you become more creative. And
I think things like music and community and beautiful places and art, I mean, that's what are you fighting for otherwise? Right?
Absolutely. And listen, but I think it's important. It's extremely important to, every time I wake up in the morning, as happy like you can believe.
I would hope so.
And I say,
You're a successful accordion player. I would hope
but you
so.
know something, I wake up, I thank God, I say, listen, I live in a free country, I'm blessed, and you know something, let me do what I have to do. Today I have like 4 interviews, I'm still recording the Wailers, I have to go back to the
Good.
studio, and I say, I'm lucky I still can do the things. So, you know, it's a, you know, everything that we've done.
Exciting, right? It's
Yes,
exciting
it's
every day.
exciting to be able to write new music, and I scored the fashion show for the Super Bowl. Here it was a fundraiser for minorities, and most of the music they play in the halftime Super Bowl, Gloria Roto, I produced, so, you know, with Shakira and Jennifer.
Yes.
So, you know, seeing that, I was
Did you go? Did you go this year?
No, I give the tickets to
Bowl?
Emily. I produced the 3 halftime Super Bowls, and I
Yes,
won 3
I
Olympics.
know.
So, you know something, to me, I said, I'm better home. Let me give my Emily wanted to do it. My daughter said, go enjoy, baby. I'll be going to have fun. And she had so much fun. But it was great for Miami.
Fabulous show.
Fabulous
the show.
show.
Was getting raves
Yes.
everywhere.
Unbelievable. And you know, the thing is about...
Well, you helped her enormously, right?
Both of them I signed. When I became president of Sony, I signed Jennifer and I signed Shakira. And I managed Shakira almost 11 years.
You made one of the biggest stars in the world.
You know something, to see them and their family having such a fun, I mean, her mom and her dad, and, you know, being Jennifer, that we're so proud of her. It was a beautiful thing for Miami. What I love about, I'm going to tell you, what people don't realize, the people who makes more money is really the poor people. You see, you know, the Uber drivers, the taxi drivers, the waiters, the hotels. And you know, that's what I like, because it doesn't go to only one segment, it goes to everybody. All the restaurants get filled, and it brought a great spotlight from Miami.
It brings it around. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what is there left to do?
Oh my God.
A lot?
Left to do?
You have a big list?
No, listen, I've been blessed. I think when you're too ambitious, giving back. Giving back to be able to help. Be able
and the
to.
touring show, the Broadway show.
He's doing it everywhere. It's in Philippines now. It's in Singapore, in Japan.
In several years now, right?
And he's doing like everyone is, you know, different casts. He's in Belfast now. He's gone back to London now. And
Yeah, I know it was up at the Kravis Center recently.
it was in the Kravis Center. So, you know, it's so much fun to see the play that they told me it will open
Is it
and
a little
close.
funny to see
Yeah.
that on stage, like your life? And
Very weird. Very weird.
yeah.
But you know something? They told me you will open and close in a week because the 99% is the Latino descent. I said, listen, that's who we are. And you know, we stayed 3 years in Broadway, and we all over the place. And now we are close to close a deal to make the movie. So the movie is going to be, it will be done. So that will be fantastic. And you know, I think that's going to revive to do even more touring of the
Will there
play.
maybe be a film of that?
Yeah,
the
a film.
Broadway
A
show,
film.
or
It will be a
working on
film.
that next?
Yeah, we work it. Yeah.
Already there.
So that's a good thing, because you know, I think in the film you can, you know, be more, you have more time to do things a little bit more.
Yeah, and then it can get on the line, and everybody can see it everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's going to be fun, and I think it's going to be you have more time in the film to, you know, tell the things that you're going to do in Broadway, because you have more time. I think it's going to be we're looking forward for that.
Wow. So when will that be, maybe?
I think
Years
we're
or-
doing the script now. So the
Oh, you're
script,
working on the script already?
Yeah.
Very exciting.
The guy who's doing it did the play. He wrote a Birdman. He won an Oscar, and he won an Oscar for Reverence. And he's a great writer, Alice Dinalater. And he's an incredible writer, and we have a great chemistry with him. So, you know, he's looking for different angles to make the movie a little bit different.
Yeah.
I told him be sure to get a good-looking guy in my part.
We got to get the right guy for
Yeah,
you
yeah.
to play you, right? That's the most important.
Well, you have to be bilingual. You have to have an accent,
That's true.
and you
Gotta be
and you should be
authentic.
smiling the whole day. That's always been my philosophy.
Gotta be authentic. Well, maybe you can create a new star out of that, right? Discover
Well, now
somebody and
you say, I mean, some of the guys that play my role. One of them is a new play for Andrew Lloyd Webber, and you know, was the first time that he performed, and a lot of them went to Hamilton. A lot of them went to it, and now we're in the movie In the Heights. So that was a great platform. People that never even work in Broadway, we give them the chance, and now they're becoming. Anna is becoming who play Gloria. He's doing a lot of television now, and they always consult. They always call me and say, Emilio, please tell me, what do you think I should do this and that. I say, babe, you call me anytime you want. I mean, we got such a
must make
great.
them crazy.
But you know, so
Am I getting this right?
no, but you know, it was a beautiful thing having this relation with them, because I think they always was wanted to do the role, but I think it's so important when you spend time with them and they get to know you as a person. I mean, so the relation becomes even bigger.
Add
because,
to the performance
absolutely.
and get the humanity of the person.
Yeah,
You know?
especially Mauricio, the last one that he did, I mean, for a long time. We used to go to dinner. He used to look at me and say, "What are you looking? He's analyzing you. Don't analyze that much. He was like, the way I move, the way I eat, how I say things. I said, you're driving me crazy.
That's funny, but that's exciting.
It's exciting. Listen, in order to be everything that we've done in our career, it's been so beautiful, and I still do so many things. I'm more busy than I've been in my whole life.
It's a big world.
But you know something, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I just say, I don't complain. I just want to do what I can, make things happen and make things better and make a better world. In many ways, you know, I mean, I've done so many incredible things that even so that we'll do. And get some of the awards that never even dreamed that we will get. And you know something, that's a beautiful thing.
Could you ever have dreamed of any of this
No,
as a little kid?
no.
I mean, how could you?
But I'm going to tell you, I think I realized when I left my mom and everything, I said the only way I'll be able to bring my family and to be and do what I want, I need to work. I need to learn as much as I can, and I need to do it right. And I think one of the things when I wrote Rhythm of Success, my book, everything was negative, I converted to positive. I think I never like to lose any time of things in a negative way, because you know something, you don't accomplish anything. My dad, he won the lottery 27 times.
I read that. Yeah.
And you know something, he gave all the money away. He didn't want to die with money. And you know something, he was
like scratch off lottery?
No. He used to play Cuba, in Spain. He won it here in Miami.
All over the place.
The Puerto Rican, you know something?
27 times.
But you know something, he was happy giving away. I said, listen, do whatever makes you happy. And you know, I learned a lot from him. Believe it or not, I learned a lot from him. Because you know, say when you have a problem,
That's tough.
if you don't sleep, you have the same problem in the morning. So sleep and then take care of the morning when you wake up. A lot of things, you know, some things you cannot fix. And you have to do the best you can. That's it. I always say, I don't know if I'm good or bad, but I'm trying to do the best that I can. When it comes to quality and, you know, integration, about making things the way that I think things should be done.
I mean, you really turned Miami, I think, into a world-class city that it wasn't always 30, 40 years ago.
Well, not me, many people.
Right.
Many people work so hard for that. But, you know, the same thing, I mean, from the Joey Goldman and Craig Robbins, and so many people, you know, we work, so many people just felt Miami was the right place, including Gloria. Gloria got a great vision. She was 7 years old when she was in front of the Cardoso, and I have a picture, and she tell her dad, I said, Dad, I'm gonna buy that hotel for you, the Cardoso. I mean, later on, we bought the hotel. I mean, it's incredible, you know, like dreams come true.
Amazing.
I don't think we're losing that. We're killing the spirit of, you know, about dreams. Because I see that, like you say, it's a lot of negativity because it's social media. People just sometimes they say things
Another
that...
tool to get out there.
Absolutely. But I think, you know, in the long run, when you do things right and you try the best that you can, nothing else you can do, try the best you can and to do it with a lot of pride.
And how is your daughter doing?
My daughter's doing fantastic. So proud of her. She has a big concert on the 14th now in Coconut Grove.
Oh, okay.
She's getting ready.
Very good. Getting ready. You helping her?
No, she's doing everything by herself.
Oh.
I cannot take credit for that.
Okay.
You know, she went to Berkeley. She's a great writer. She co-wrote with me 2 songs for the Wailers, and she had the 2 songs in the Wailers album because
very good.
the Wailers came to me because of her.
She got very good reviews when that came out.
Emily said, I'm very proud of her because, you know, she really takes the time to make things the way it should be, and she has a lot of respect for the fans. Very honest.
Yeah.
Emily, I think what I love about her, that she's extremely honest, and I think that's an incredible thing, you know, to have. You have to have fans, you cannot lie to them. They have to love you the way you are, and she's lucky enough that, you know, she tells exactly how she feels about, you know, sexuality, about everything else, and that's the way it should be.
I mean, she had to take it all in and then come up with her own thing.
Absolutely.
Right?
And she's a great percussionist. I mean, it's funny because when we got the Gershwin Award, Quincy Jones is her godfather. And Quincy know her how she play, and you know, they're gonna say, Emilio, you're gonna see, they're gonna think, oh, Emilio and Gloria's daughter coming to do something. You're gonna see when she went. That's it. I told you.
She nailed it.
Yeah, she nailed it big time. I mean, seeing all the senators and, you know, the Supreme Court, Sotomayor dancing, I say, oh my God, people will never believe that.
So she's going to carry all of this forward.
I think so. She's you wrote the opening song for the new show for Disney. She wrote music for Broadway. And she's getting a lot more requests to perform live, do concerts all over the United States.
The next dynasty.
I don't know about that, but you know something. You know what I like about her? She's very down to earth. Both of my kids, they're extremely down to earth, and you know I see how polite they are and how nice, and I mean, Gloria did a good job. I mean, I think we always tell
It's hard.
It's hard.
It must be difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult, but you know
in a
something,
lot of
they
ways.
don't take it for granted. They always say please, thank you so much, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
To teach that. All right. I think we've got it.
Anything else you need later, you let me know. You can call me. I mean, you
think
probably
that's
know
it.
more.
Little
You know
bit of
everything about us. I mean, I tell my friends, "Why interview me? You know everything about me, Gloria."
No, I mean, we covered a little bit.
This was beautiful. It was beautiful. Let me tell you, that convention
Community
last
and the
year,
projects
it was
and-
beautiful, beautiful. The energy of the people, they wake up, good morning, and we're gonna have to. We have, we brought a lot of important people that told stories that people would never. And what is good, they're bringing a lot of the big corporations to see all that, and I think it's a plus for minorities. I want to be sure that I reunite more African American Latinos, to send a message about minorities. That's the only thing. I think that's going to be a big plus, I think, for the convention. You must come one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in Miami, and my mother was Cherokee. So I work a lot with the indigenous communities here with the Seminole.
That's
and the
great.
Kasuke.
That's fantastic.
Boy, the Seminole, they're doing so
Yeah,
great.
yeah. They're doing fantastic.
So terrific
They're
to
doing
see,
fantastic. They're hardworking guys. They do. They work
were
a lot.
smart.
That was smart.
Smart.
Very
They
smart.
got into a company, they were smart.
They came to me because we used to have bongos. We had a list. I said, Emilio, we buy you the list. I said, what are you going to do with guitar? And they told me, say, listen, it's going to be great from Miami. So yeah, they paid me for the list. And we let go of bongos there because of that. We used to have bongos there. But when I saw the whole plans they showed me, and they asked me about the theater, I said, you have to do this theater new because, it's the way it is.
Fabulous.
Very happy for them. Very happy.
Everything's great. And they did that commercial with Lopez, yeah.
That was great. I love that.
It's fun, right? Little movie.
That was a hard commercial, I can tell you. I filmed a lot of commercials as a director, a lot of them. That was a big one, I bet. But they must be happy. I mean, they're getting a lot of attention. And the hotel is beautiful. So I'm very glad. Listen, anything that contributes to Miami, we're looking now for the soccer to come and things. This is great. I mean,
world-class sports.
Absolutely.
Place now.
In order to get
the tennis and the football.
Absolutely.
And
But in order to get sometimes the World Cup, or in order to get maybe the Olympics, we need a lot of places that people can be able to do that. And I think we're accomplishing that. So we're happy. No complaints.
Yeah, everybody's happy. All right. So that'd be good.
You want me to change for the picture?
I'm sorry?
I brought a new suit for the picture.
If you want to.
Listen, I brought a new suit for you.
I mean, it's casual. I don't know. What did you bring? A suit?
It's a sport. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me just wear it to see how
We'll
you.
do some pictures around the restaurant.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
You let
Thank
me know.
So much.